morning, Quadcopter 101, and before we get into today's flight, I got to give my shout out to Perth West OZ RC, Perth West OC, Perth West Oz RC. Congratulations, Perth West Oz. This is your shout out. Okay, what do I got for you today? I do have the X520 today. It's a new vertical takeoff aircraft. I think this is going to be the year of vertical takeoff airplanes. It's a VTOL, vertical takeoff and landing. It is, if you look at it, comparing it to my E500 Mirage, you know, it's somewhat similar, but quite a bit different. It's bigger. It's a bigger airplane than the Mirage E500 slash X-Vert, if you will, clone. But the motor's on it. Let's go over the airplane. Let me pick it up and show it to you. We have, what size motors is this? 1307 3000 kV motors, brushless motors on this airplane. The battery inside is 7.4 volt 900 milliampere 2S battery that goes into this battery bay here, and I got a wind picking up here, so I don't know how much vertical flying we're going to do today. But what's special about this airplane is it has 6G mode, vertical takeoff, and then it has 6G with altitude hold, folks. It will actually maintain its altitude in flight, supposedly. And that wind is really picking up. I think this is a thermal starting to pick up, so it might be just temporary is what I mean. What's neat about this is it doesn't have to land vertically. If you want, you can land it horizontally because it has wheels. You know, and you could take off horizontally if you wish. As compared to the X-Vert and the Mirage, there are no wheels. You gotta try to make a vertical landing, or if it's real windy, you might have to crash land it. You know, hard land it. Just get it close to the ground and shut off the throttle. This one you can make a landing in effect. So, as for today's wind, you know, if I got the wind coming from that direction, if I need to, I can actually take off or land into the wind with this particular airplane. Let's go over the controller real quick. This is its controller. I believe it's called the X9 controller. The switches that are applicable for this is this switch here. Vertical mode is there and it's well labeled. And if horizontal flight, 6G mode is there. And if you want to go into acrobatics, you go into 3D mode. And I'm not going to do that. This is its maiden flight today. But I am going to try to use these first two. It has automatic takeoff, folks. You press and hold this button down here and supposedly it will take off. They also mentioned something about centering the stick to do such, so I think that has something to do with altitude hold. I'm going to try it with the stick down and see if the motors start, and if not, then I'm going to try to start the motors with the stick up. You can also start the motors by bringing down and out, or down and in, or down and out, and shut off the motors the same way by repeating down and in or down and out. And you can do emergency shutdown by doing that. Or they also say you can press both stick mode and photo mode at the same time, and that should shut down the motors. By the way, you can switch between mode 1 and mode 2 by pressing this button here, while I believe turning it on. So it does have other modes that you can fly if you're not used to mode 1 or mode 2. So that's about it. Let's fire it up and see how it flies. Hope you enjoy this flight. Okay, to start up this airplane, not quadcopter, you got to plug in its battery. And it's again a 2S battery, 900 milliampere hour. And you plug it in like so. You plug it in good, folks, because mine came loose or shut down because I didn't plug it in good enough earlier. But there, okay. And shut the battery bay up like so. Now I got a wind coming from that direction, so I am going to actually put it sideways, folks, into the wind, because I don't want that wind affecting my flight. And we're going to go in vertical mode and turn on the transmitter and bind it like we would bind a quadcopter. Let's see if we can start up those motors. Okay, let's press that automatic takeoff button. And then press it again. Hold it down. And then press again. I guess they do. They say you put the stick up to center position. The throttle's at center. Start it up again. Yeah. Well, there we go. Let's see if I can land it. I'm cutting its throttle. Well, there. Okay, so again, to take off, you got to put the stick halfway up, then press that automatic takeoff, and hold it down, and it takes to the air. Okay, again, I got a bit of a wind. I'm tilting into it, trying to slice into it. And I'm going to go to 6G mode here shortly. Let me go up a little higher though before I do that. And go into 6G. Well, the altitude, it does have altitude hold. How about going back to 6G? There it is in 6G again. Or a vertical takeoff. See if I can bring it back down to the ground from up there. Slow descent, keeping the wing parallel with the wind for its landing. Well, what do you know? This is actually pretty nice. Actually, somewhat nicer than the Mirage, which I just flew. Okay, now I got a bit of a wind coming in here. That wind is picking up a bit. Let's try horizontal takeoff this time. Okay, that means I got to go into horizontal mode. And starting the motors. Okay, takeoff. Again, I'm flying in 6G. Coming around. And trying a landing. This is actually pretty nice, folks. Let's do that again. Took off right away. But again, I'm not going to be flying at 3D out here. Does it bank? Yeah, it banks a little. Yeah, it does bank. The Mirage will not bank. This one does. Is it turning by differential thrust? I'm just using rudder right now. Yeah, I like it has altitude hold, folks. You know, so if you make a mistake, you bank too much, it tries to maintain altitude. I'm just going to fly it horizontally because that wind's blowing right now. Wind is blowing right now, so just gentle flight in horizontal mode. Let me show you what I'm doing. So yeah, this got brushless motors. Can I? Oh my gosh. Did you see that thing climb? Cutting the throttle back, just gliding it back down again into the wind there. Let's do that again. This is an awesome airplane from XK. XK comes out with neat stuff every once in a while. I mean, really neat stuff. Got a lot of power. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, the wind's dying down a little bit, just a little. Well, it's picking up again. Hold on, let's see if I can fight that and try to do a vertical landing. Getting ready to go into vertical mode. See if I can do a vertical landing. Nope, going to horizontal. Horizontal flight is really easy with this thing. Very, very easy. Nice, nice airplane, folks. XK's got a winner here. This is going to be a big hit. Better than the Mirage, actually. I kind of like this one. I kind of like the Mirage. But the Mirage, I have to fly it with no wind. This one I can fly with if there's wind. It don't care. You can fly it horizontally then. I'm trying weird things with it's got auto, it's auto stabilization, the 6G mode. I'm trying to stall it in effect. It's doing well up there. doing funnels. Just flying wacky with it. Okay, let's bring it in again. I'm going to try that vertical landing again. Going upwind first. Coming down lower too. Upwind. Go upwind when you're going to do a vertical landing so it drifts back toward you. And remember, slice it into the wind. Shutdown. Okay. That's why you got to learn that emergency shutdown, folks, in case that happens during wind. I don't think that hurt it. So let's give it a little, okay, half throttle again for vertical takeoff. We are in vertical mode. Vertical takeoff. Takes to the air and go to horizontal. Neat airplane. Okay, I'm going to try to land. There's the wind again. So I'm going to do a horizontal landing. Very easy to do horizontal landings with this thing. Very easy to do horizontal takeoffs with this thing. So if you got wind, like I do, neat airplane, huh? Okay, taking off again. Coming around again. This time, going upwind again and trying to vertical landing one more time. Go upwind, going upwind, vertical, twisting, coming down. Actually, I think I'm supposed to be pressing this takeoff button. Let me try that. Takeoff, it does a automatic landing too. Okay, half throttle, and then pressing landing. Nope, it doesn't want to land. Going back to horizontal. In terms of flyability in the 6G mode, compared to the Mirage, this one's a much better flyer in its stabilized mode. Remember, the Mirage has that flattened turn. This one does not. Probably this thing flies more like the X-Vert, but the X-Vert again can't make horizontal landings. This one can. So I'm going to call quits here because I got other things to fly or drive. Actually, drive today. But I just want to show you this review of the X250 or X520. Neat airplane, tons of power, tons of flyability. It climbs like a banshee and nice flyability. Okay, wind is really picking up again, so I'm going to go downwind and then bring it in for a landing. And again, remember, the Mirage can't do this. You start getting wind, you're going to have problems with the Mirage. Nice airplane, folks. Really nice. I like it. I like this one a lot. Another keeper. I might get rid of the Mirage and keep this one. I'll keep them both, actually, folks. Each one has its own neat ability. I like the Mirage in that it's actually very maneuverable when you want to fly acrobatics. I don't know, this one probably is too. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to take it out in the desert to try that. One thing about this, though, this battery door, probably putting it in the wrong way. That's why I'm having problems. Sometimes I have problems shutting this thing. There we go. But that's the X520 from XK. Really neat airplane. Really good flyer, both vertically and horizontally. So, hope you enjoyed this flight. This is Quadcopter 101. Let me get a thumbnail. Quadcopter 101, signing out.